Hello everybody, this is Cruiz. Welcome to this very quick video. It's going to be quick but super important because it could well change the way that you do business online, period. Okay, whether you're just starting out or whether you already have an existing business and you want to kick on and you want to take that to another level, you need to be paying super close attention because this is one of the most important things that we've worked on ever, right? And again, it sounds like a big claim, but you're going to see with your own eyes and experience for yourself why this is so damn powerful, okay? Because what we're talking about today is an exploding underground industry. And before you say it, I can already hear you thinking it's not what you might imagine it to be, okay? What it is, I'll reveal soon, but it's not what you're thinking, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking. But anyway, what I'm talking about is massive because it's so powerful that if you ride the wave in the right way, you could be building a business, clearing $2,079 per week. So you could be stacking that up even higher, okay, and build a business without having to worry about any products. Look at the screen. I mean, all of this is super duper important, right? I mean, we're talking about no products, no suppliers, none of this boring, laborious stuff that most people have to go through, the pain, the suffering, the frustration when building an online business. No tech skills, no Amazon, absolutely no Google ads, no YouTube ads, no writing skills, no fulfillment, no social media, or anything like that, okay? So everything on the screen, you can pretty much eliminate. Why? Well, simply because the industry that I'm talking about is helping our students to build very big businesses very quickly. When I say big, I mean from scratch, right? So you're looking at clearing that $2,000 per week and then stacking and scaling. Because again, e-com and affiliate marketing, yes, we've heard it 1,000 times, right? They are huge and have been huge, and they pretty much formed the backbone of online businesses and still do to a degree, right? They're massive business models even now, which is why they're so popular, right? No surprises there. But it also means that with popularity comes lots of competition, right? And it only increases, profit margins get tighter, and it also becomes harder to know who to trust, right? Harder than ever, I'd say, because if you follow smart people who really know what they're doing, then, you add in your effort to that, you can still do very well, there's no doubt. But if you get unlucky and you start following the fake gurus, shooting from exotic locations with fake sales figures and all that crap, which, yeah, believe it or not, still happens, you've probably seen it, then it really won't matter, in terms of the amount of effort that you're putting in, because the easy profits are gone, right? And the smart people who jumped in 5 to 10 years ago are going to make the most money and already have made the most money, right? So look, the fact is easy profits are gone, as I said, but there is now an existing alternative, right? Which is rising. It's a rising new megatrend, which holds the same opportunity, if you look on the screen here, that e-commerce and selling on Amazon did around, I'd say 7 to 8 years ago, right? As you can see right here. So imagine getting in right at the beginning of that massive wave when e-commerce, Amazon, everything was taken off, and that's exactly what we're talking about today, because the next new mega trend is super, super powerful, and it holds the same opportunity for you now, as I said, that Amazon and Facebook did all the way back then. In short, I'm telling you, you can stake your own claim right here, right now, okay, which is super powerful. So what is this exciting new mega trend? It's actually the rise of e-services. And it's an exploding new industry. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell, if you're anything like most people, what the hell is an e-service, Jay, right? Well, in short, and by the way, when e-commerce first came out, most people probably didn't, they could guess, hazard a guess, but they probably didn't know exactly what e-commerce meant, right? So in short, e-services are just digital services that are sold and delivered 100% online. So, and automatically, right? So if you think Netflix delivers movies and TV without having to ship masses of DVDs, right, and cases, Dropbox provides storage files, for instance, without physical hard drives, or Google and Facebook provide tons and tons of advertising without having to print anything physically, right? And there are tons of more, there's lots more examples of these services out there, but they're probably some of the most famous ones and some of the most prominent. But there are some amazing new e-services out there, and some of them, there's lots more, being launched every single day. And you see the recent pandemic actually forced more and more of these e-services to pop out because more people were online indoors and businesses had to adapt, right? So although e-services was already a massive and growing industry, it's now set to explode even further, right? And while that's interesting, what we're actually talking about is a lot more exciting because e-services can be lucrative, super lucrative, in fact, but they're difficult, they're expensive, and they're risky to build, which is why we took this whole idea and we turned it on its head by creating a system for drop shipping e-services instead, right? So this is what we call the e-service drop shipping model. And again, e-commerce exploded after some very smart people. So it was already doing well. So if cast your mind back 7 to 8 years, e-commerce was killing it. It's a great idea on how to make money online. But then when these guys developed systems and processes to drop ship e-commerce, right, it became even crazier, right? And e-commerce blew up to another level because drop shipping meant in layman's terms, you could make sales and get paid, but the manufacturer did the shipping and delivery for you. So all you had to do, as you can see on the screen here, is connect a person who wants to buy something with the thing they want to buy, or someone providing, a business providing that product, and you're good to go, right? Very, very simple, and it worked because it removed the most challenging part of any business, making it accessible to everyone. And Amazon took things further with their FBA model, which is fulfilled by Amazon, right, as a program, which meant you could now sell products on their huge marketplace, which is awesome, and use their world-leading distribution network, which is great. And I mean, this concept made millionaires left, right, and center. But we are the first, and this is where you need to start paying super close attention if you're not already. This is where we are the first to bring it to e-services, right? And we removed the most challenging parts, which is providing and actually delivering the e-service itself. So all you have to do, and again, as you can see on the screen, it makes it simple, is follow a simple system to stack and scale recurring sales and keep the profit, right? Because when you drop ship an e-service, you're the middleman between buyers and sellers, and you can get paid every single month for connecting them only once. And all the usual barriers disappear when you're drop shipping an e-service, right? And within this model. So the competition is kept out, for example, because you're part of the Asigo partnership network, and it's exclusive only to Asigo partners. And also, you're free of all the usual challenges. You're able to focus on the most important part of this, which is growing your business, right? So simply put, again, you connect an e-service right here as a provider with someone looking for that e-service. You're in the middle. You don't need to create it. You don't need to build it. You don't need to deliver it. You just get paid monthly by connecting these two. That's it, right? And how you do that and everything else is step by step, super simple, and we show you how to do all that. And as a result, this is by far the fastest, easiest way to create a passive, truly passive, and scalable online income stream that I've ever come across before. And anything that we've ever been a part of. This is the most powerful thing, okay, hands down. How much money can be made? Well, that's simple. People using a very manual version, right, or a completely manual version, I should say, of this system, of this method, which is now 100% automated. People like Denka were hitting $4,000 in their first 15 days. Brent, $65,417 in his first 60 days. Adam, $107,299 in 11 months. And we've got people like Justin here, $136,800 in 1 year. 6 figures done. I'm talking about real people with real results, which, as you watch this video, again, it's a short one, but you can see it packed to the brim full of more real people with real results. We literally cannot pack them in any further. There's not enough space left, both in the video itself, but also the presentation for the amount of people that are killing it and kicking ass with this, okay? And I'll go into them in just a second. But even better, these results were actually all achieved, as I've already alluded to, using the manual version of the system, which we've now completely automated. And what we're talking about today is attainable by everybody, right? So if you're watching this right now, this is 150% attainable by you if, and this is the disclaimer now, if you put in the work, okay? If you treat this like a proper business, then the business will treat you super, super well, all right? Remember that. If you treat it like a business, then the business will treat you back, right? And treat you well. So if we go back to Denka, he went from $0 to $500,000 in 1 single year. He had no prior experience. It took him less than 72 hours to get set up. and he made money, as I showed you, within his first 15 days. And within just 9 months, he stacked and scaled to over $200,000 per year. And now he's set to do, in fact, this year, this number's slightly outdated because he's growing so quickly, but he's set to hit that sweet $1 million this year, right? So I want you to imagine being at $200,000 per year as a run rate just 9 months from now, because that's exactly what Denker did, making $548 in profit every single day, right? And now he's moved on even further, as I said, right? Since those days of making that $4,000 in his first 15 days. I mean, you can see he's making deals left, right, and center. $2,500 a month at the top here. And the e-service Denker was drop shipping actually helped a local Lazy Boy franchise generate masses of sales, tons of sales, helping the overall company to beat sales estimates while completely destroying their nearest competitors, who actually they struggled and tumbled quite a bit. He now managed to secure, as you can see, a deal for $150,000. Just imagine that. Okay, for something a little bit more hands-on, but the possibilities here are endless. Okay, and again, real people, real results. And again, this is just an idea of how far you can potentially take this thing. But again, you can take it, as far as you like. It's all in your hands. Okay, but it's important for you to know. I mean, you might not want to take it to $1 million a year. You might be happy with just 6 figures. It's completely down to you. But the power is in your hands if you put in the work, right? So again, he's not the only person benefiting and making profits from dropshipping e-services. We've got people like Stan, $74,000 of e-services dropshipped, right? You can see it right here within our platform here. Steve, $117,000 of e-services in the bank, dropship, done, right? Irrefutable. Cam dropshipped $123,000 worth of e-services. We've got Dave, $121,000 of e-services. Adrian dropshipped $233,000 worth of e-services, as you can see here. This is all within our platform, right? And there are even more. Like literally, remember when I said we cannot fit them all in? I've had to do a quick video here. I mean, it's going to start again. So watch this. Ready? These are all real people with real results, right? I mean, just some names here. You've got Kamlesh, you've got Ray. I mean, it's turning my eyes, but you've got Rick. You've got, yeah, this is all from my Facebook community, but you can see result after result after result. It's still going, still going. You've got Scott, I can see there. You've got Melissa, you've got Randy, you've got Shivran, and it's still going. Still going. The video hasn't stopped just yet. And I'll let it go until it stops. But yeah, you can see, right? Tons and tons and tons of proof there. As for us, in August 2022, this year, we were making $26,649 per day drop shipping this e-service, all right? So what, and providing it as a service. So what is the competition like? Well, here's the best part of this. Zero BS, the competition is incredibly low, and the buyer pool is incredibly high, which means there's lots of people wanting to buy this with relatively low competition, and the demand vastly outweighs the supply, right? The system we're sharing with you leverages an untapped pool of over 50 million plus potential buyers in practically any niche that you can imagine and you can think of, right? It's huge, and you only need to make 9 to 21 sales. Anywhere between that is a good sweet spot to hit that 6 figures per year in profit, right? That makes sense, yeah? So how much work is there to do? Again, this is a proven model. It's done. We've done this time and time and time again. All the people that you saw went through a similar process here, albeit doing things the manual way when we've automated the crap out of it. So if it could work manually and people are making that much money and getting that much success, then imagine what could happen when we automate the whole thing and take it to another level, because it's always developing, right? Okay, so number one, you deploy your store, right? You literally clone our copy and paste e-store. We give it to you, copy and paste, bam, you've got your own store with your own brand, with your own name. Okay, step number two, you aim and fire. Use our proprietary traffic software built into the platform. You point and shoot. Once you've got your store ready, you then send your traffic to it. You get paid and you grow your recurring revenue in step three. And that's literally, that's it. That's all you have to do, right? And again, it may look simple, but it does require work for you to set this up and treat it like a business. But if you do, Just like a Ferrari can get you anywhere you want to go super fast and in luxury, right? Just like a small crappy car could, right? Worth, I don't know, less than $100, a banger if you like. So what's the difference between the two? They'll still get you from A to B. One might break down on the way and not be reliable. The other might get you there faster. But ultimately, if you're not willing to get into that Ferrari, you're not willing to drive it, right? Then you may as well have either a push bike or that crappy car, right? It's all about the will to treat what you're doing with respect and knowing that it takes a bit of effort to do. So although everything that we have gets you where you want to go super fast, we've got all the processes step by step, we still need you to have the will. Okay, that's very, very important, which is why I've been repeating it a few times. Because this is by far the fastest, easiest way to create a passive, scalable online income stream that I've ever been a part of. Okay, as a program, as a system, and as a method. Because what we're talking about is attainable by absolutely everybody. I've already talked about all this. Real people, real results. Okay, and that's literally it. So all you've got to do now, I was just making sure I hadn't missed anything, is enter your details to get what we've built, which is the free book. Okay, we've got a free book to give you, we've got a free mind map, and we've actually got early access to a full training workshop, which is available for you to register right now for. But ultimately, once it's closed, it's closed. We cannot get too many people on there, unfortunately, because we do have a capacity that we will hit. So if you have the opportunity to do that now, I wouldn't miss it. I'd jump in. And if this sounds like something you want to look more into, if it's not, that's completely fine as well. But if it is something you're interested in and I've piqued your interest today, then please leave us your details on this page and we'll get you early access to we'll get the book delivered to you. We'll make sure you get the mind map. It's all online. And of course, you'll get the free full training workshop as well. And to ensure that you register your spot, lock in your spot for that, because we will max out. And if you're unable to complete the process now, I would give it a few tries, because there's going to be a lot of people trying to get in at the same time as you. Okay, so if this is for you, fantastic, jump in. It's completely free. Check out the workshop, take the book and take the mind map, and I will see you on there. If not, then best of luck. Hopefully you learned something today to at least make you think more about e-services and how big this industry really is. More importantly, how huge it's set to become. Thank you, and hopefully see you on the inside.